In this video, I want to share with you how I find low competition niches for children's illustration books to make sales on KDP. Hello everyone, my name is Mike. I'm a full-time print-on-demand seller. I make YouTube videos showing you how to make more money on merch on demand and Etsy. If you like this kind of content, you get any value out of this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like the video. Now, since this is a video about Kindle Direct Publishing or KDP, just want to do a quick sales update for my KDP sales. And so let's see here. Today is Monday 19th, January, 6:06 a.m. in the morning. And if we take a look at my Kindle Direct Publishing dashboard, we're going to see I have 5 orders for the month and $13.66 in royalties. And I have 124 Kemp. So these are basically pages read. And 4 out of these 5 sales have all come from a children's illustration book that I just recently published, I think like 7 days ago or maybe 8 days ago. And this has really motivated me to start publishing more children's illustration books, because I'm seeing that this first book that I published already has 4 sales. Now this 5th sale is actually from a romance book, because I've also self-published a whole bunch of romance and erotica ebooks. But what I've been doing with those, since it's kind of harder for me to get those to sell on Amazon, I've been actually using ChatGPT to translate those romance erotica books into German and French, and that's actually where I've been getting the sales, because I just believe there's lower competition on those markets. Yeah, so these are my stats for KDP. Now let's go ahead and get into the content of the video. All right, so here we are on Amazon, and this is where I like to start my research. And basically what I like to do, I mean, there's several ways to do this, but I basically have 2 main ways. And what I like to do is I like to just come here to Amazon and click on all right here, and then go to the best sellers. So this is going to show us all the best sellers for all the niches that they have. And then you just want to click on books right here, and we're just going to kind of niche down until we get to kids books. So right here, we're going to see children's books, and here we will be able to see all the best sellers. Now, obviously, we don't want to do anything that says Harry Potter, but what we do want to do is we want to come over here. Let me get my face out the way, and we're going to see all these niches for children's books. And some of these actually kind of surprised me, like children's cookbooks. Like, who would have thought about that? And there's a whole bunch, like, let's see, we got computers and technology, early learning. That's a really popular one. Geography and culture, history. So you can see it just kind of goes on and on. But the one that I've been focusing on as of late, and over this next year, I plan on just making books in all these niches. But the one that's been working well for me is animals. I have a 10-year-old son. I've bought a bunch of children's books. Usually I always buy animal books for him. Those are the ones that he likes the best. So let me get this out the way here. This is going to be annoying. I might just have to get rid of this stupid camera. But I kind of like to just take the same things that I do for merch on demand when I do research and just apply them to KDP. So, I'm just going to come in here and see what the best animal children's books are. I mean, you can go even more, but I just want to see what the best ones are for animals. And I'm just looking for duplicates. And just right off the bat, I see 2 bear books. So polar bear book, and it looks like maybe a grizzly or a brown bear. Okay, so I want to take note of that. Looks like we got a mouse here, a dinosaur, a fish, a llama, an otter. What's that? A rooster. Okay, so we have another llama one. Is that the same one? Llama. It could be the same author. Okay, so I think it is. But I'm just scrolling down here. A fish book, zebra book, farm book, and look at this, another polar bear book. So that's 3 polar bear books, and bam, looks like another one. So I'm seeing 4 polar bear books right away on the first page. So that's something I want to take note of. And then what I want to do is I want to come in here and just see the competition, because those are basically like my qualifiers. I'm looking for things that are low in competition, under 1,000 results. And then once I find something that is under 1,000 results, I want to see some books that are actually, have good sales. I want to find like 3 to 5 that are under around 500,000, BSR. So I'm just going to type in polar bear children's books. And I'm going to see if there's anything that I can find here. Or actually, I'm going to see what the results are now. There's 6,000 results. Now, for me, that's too competitive. I want something that's under 1,000. All right. But what I like to do, just like with merch on demand, I like to find these like animal niches and then basically kind of niche down, because in a lot of animals, there's different types of species. You have the polar bear, you have the grizzly bear, you have the black bear, and you can just go to ChatGPT and just ask like, what are some sub niches in certain animals? But just from, merch on demand, I know that there's the sloth bear. Sloth Bear, I think, is that one that has claws. So if we go Sloth Bear, we're going to see 985. So bam, right away, we got a niche that is low in competition, under 1,000 results. So that first check mark is off. Now we just want to see if there are books that are selling. So this looks like just a sloth book. So I'm looking for a Sloth Bear. So is that okay, yeah, that is a Sloth Bear. Now I want one that's an illustration for books. So kind of like this right here, but not the best BSR. Sloths. Now, even if it doesn't have, a really good books with good BSRs, just if it's low in competition, it's still something that I'm probably going to want to get into. Right here, no, that's just a sloth one. So I'm actually not really seeing too many, but that could be a good thing. There could be a gap in the market. So that's something that I'm going to take note of, and maybe I'll do a book like this. But then I just want to come back up here and see if I can find other, animal niches. And I'm just going to use kind of like my own experience here. So like, for example, you have like the leopard, leopard children's books. And we're going to see that one's probably going to be too competitive. So leopard children, if I can spell here. We're going to see that, there's over 30,000 results, but then you have the snow leopard. And right here, boom, 913. Okay, so that's another example right here. So this is the first way that I like to find these low competition children books in the animal niche, is just, taking an animal and then but niching down into certain species. So right here, we could do a book like this. We could do a book like this. Let's see if we can find one that's actually maybe has a good BSR. Okay, the snow leopard. So bam, right here. This has 15 reviews. Not the best BSR, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be. I'm just looking for these low competition niches. Let's go ahead if we can see if we can find any more. All right, so another animal niche that just popped into my head is the shark niche. So if we go like this and we type in shark, we're going to see shark children's books, probably going to be too competitive. 20,000 results, so don't want to do that. But there's certain types of sharks. You have like the great white shark. You have the hammerhead. So let's try hammerhead. Hammerhead. Did I spell that right? Shark children's books. And bam, only 8 results. That's really low. Maybe if I get rid of shark, hammerhead children's book. But you can see kind of like my process here. I'm just taking, these broad animal niches. Yeah, so here we go, 877. That makes more sense. Okay, so here's a really good example. Look at this, hammerhead. So children's books like this, and here we go, under 86. Okay, so this looks like the best one so far. And we got another one right here, also good BSR. Another one right there. That could be the same one that's up here, maybe the same author. But you can see here my process. So this is the first way that I like to do it. I just like to kind of, use my experience from Merch on Demand, take a broad animal niche down in that animal niche, to find like different types of species. You also have like the, you have the seal niche, but there's also the snow seal. So just get more specific in the type of, niches for animals. Okay, now the second way that I like to do is I just like to ask ChatGPT. All right, now we have ChatGPT. We want to use it to our advantage. So I just asked ChatGPT, give me a list of 25 not so popular animals that I could use to make children's illustration books. Right here, it's going to give us a list of 25. And what I like to do here is basically look for the animals that I've never heard of before, or the ones that I can't even pronounce their name. So the ones I would get rid of is axolotl, because I already know that one. Capybara, these are all too popular. Red panda, narwhal, manatee. Those are going to be too high in competition. What I want to focus on are these ones that I've never even heard of. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. I don't even know what animal that is. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to see, is this an actual niche? Is it low competition, and is this niche selling? And right off the bat, we got 723. Okay, and I guess this is I don't even know how to say it, a quokka. Is that it? It looks like it's some type of rodent, or maybe like a little koala. Maybe it's like a koala species. Okay, so let's see. Is this one selling? So right here, we're going to see it has 59 reviews, and it's 213. I've never even heard of this animal before. Okay, here's another one. And look at this, 138. Okay, so it looks like we kind of hit the jackpot, but found a good one. All right, another one. Okay, so this is one that I would definitely, make a book in. So far we got the hammerhead and we got this quokka one. Okay, now let's go back and let's see if we can find another one. So capybara, that's too popular. Don't want that. How do I get rid of this ask ChatGPT. It always gets in my way. Okay, so let's go with pangolin. What is this? What kind of animal is that? Okay, so back here, am I saying that right? Pangolin children's books. Okay, so bam, even lower in competition, 532. And let's see what we got here. So it looks like some weird animal. Okay, what is this? 7 reviews. Whoa, 159 BSR. Okay, that's really good. This is such a weird animal. Okay, here's another one that has reviews and low in BSR. Okay, so it looks like it's some type of like armadillo maybe. Okay, so these are the ones that I like to make, these like illustration books where there's like very minimal text. I'm doing like 5 words a page, and basically I'm having the illustrations do the talking for me. But this one has 1 review, but 1 million. Okay, so I'm seeing several books here that are, low in competition and selling. This one is, okay, so you could actually do ones about cities or countries. That's interesting. Sometimes you go down these rabbit holes and you'll find like other niches as well. Okay, Al, that's a good one because there's lots of sub niches. Maybe we'll come back to that one. Okay, so you can see we got 2 so far. Now let's go ahead. Okapi. This is a zebra striped. I don't even know what that is. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so 430. So we're kind of hitting the jackpot here on these first 3 niches, all low in competition. Okay, so it looks like it's some type of, is it a mix between a zebra and a giraffe? Okay, so 339 reviews and 100. Okay, wow, this is kind of good. I should have saved these for myself, man. So right here we got Okapi. Are these ones the same? This is another one. Yeah, 399. Oh yeah, it's the same book. We're probably doing an ad. Okay, so can I find another one? Okay, so this one is not as good as a BSR, but still getting some sales. It's a weird looking animal. Penguins take flight. Oh yeah, I have seen this animal before. Interesting. This one has 30 reviews, 2 million BSR. Okay, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. And so basically what I would do is I would just keep going down here, and let's just do one more just for one, the tarsier. What kind of animal is that? Oops. But I'm actually really liking making these children's books. The only bad part is that they take a while. Like compared to t-shirts, I can knock out like, 20 t-shirts, or not 20, but, I can get like, 10 designs up in about an hour, to make one children's book, because I'm using all AI to do it. ChatGPT is the tool that I'm using it to create the actual illustrations. It takes me about an hour to make. I'm doing 30 pages. It has to be 24 for KDP. So I'm doing 30 pages. And I'm using ChatGPT for it. It takes me about an hour to create it, and then about another maybe 30 minutes to like put in all the metadata, actually create the book on Canva. But let's see, let's take a look at this tarsier animal. So this also looks like a type of maybe monkey or rodent. Okay, so this one, 199 reviews, 715 BSR. Kind of looks like a wombat. Tarsier. So interesting. So there's all these like animal niches that we don't know about that we can turn into children's illustrations books. Because if you just do like, if we go back here and go back to ChatGPT, and maybe like if you take like Axetal or Copybar, you're just going to see that these are just way too competitive. It's just going to be hard. It's not impossible. You could make a book like this, and rank it and run ads and all that stuff. But there's 8,000 results. It's going to be tough. Me, I don't want to run ads. I just want to use I just want to focus on low competition niches and just load up the metadata with good keywords, good SEO, and so that people can just find it organically. And that's how I was able to actually get the sales for this first book right here. That's got me 4 sales already. All right. So those are the 2 ways that I like to create these or find these niches. Comment and let me know if you want me to make more KDP content. I am going to be making courses for everything. I've been self-publishing books for like 10 years now. I actually started doing it before books. Before t-shirts. I've uploaded probably around like 300 ebooks, mainly all like romance and erotica books. I've also done a bunch of short horror stories as well. And I've taken all those ebooks and turned them into audiobooks as well. So I have a lot of experience with audiobooks on Authors Republic. So I'm going to be basically making courses showing my A to Z process and how to do that. So if you're interested, subscribe to the channel so you get notified when those courses come out. Comment and let me know if you want more KDP content, if you like this kind of stuff. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Adios.